Hey guys, so sorry about the delay. If I knew I was going to be having technical issues, I would have just posted it for like 2:10 or 2:15 my time. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and get started. Hey Promise, I hope you're doing good today. Positive vibes, hello and welcome. So, really quickly, I just want to let you guys know what I'm offering today. A couple of you guys have seen this in the past, but I haven't done it too much, so I think it's worth explaining. Every single donation today that donates $15, it's basically $15 per donation, you will get 2 questions answered. So I'm doing like a BOGO. You get 10 cards total and you can ask 1 or 2 questions. It's up to you. But then in addition to that, you also get a mystery prize, and each box is a guaranteed win of something. If you want to see what I'm offering as the prize, you can check the description. But essentially, if you donate $15 today for a reading, you will get a guaranteed extra prize along with what you donated for. So it's only $15 today. I'm not doing like mini readings or anything like that. It's just $15 across the board, but it will include the 2 questions or 1 question for the $15, whichever you choose. And then you also get the extra prize at no additional cost, okay? So that's what I'm doing today. Let me pull out my deck here to start answering some freebies. I am doing well, positive vibes. Thank you. All right, so you want to know, does Hussein Chaudhry think okay, show me a yes or a no, please, for positive vibes. I have a maybe. Maybe with the 2 of Pentacles. Okay, so maybe not there quite yet. Another maybe just flew out. I think it's a possibility. They're working their way to that, but I wouldn't say it's a confident yes. Please make sure you guys are following the rules and posting the correct emoji with your question. Also, make sure you guys are liking the stream, please. If I answer a question for you today, if you guys can like them, that would be great. I am getting a yes, Miriam. Queen of Wands. Let's see. Show me a yes or a no for Queen at this time. Show me a yes or a no for Queen at this time. I am getting a yes. 6 of Wands. Show me a yes or a no for Promise, please. I am getting a yes, 2 of Cups. You're welcome, guys. Absolutely. I am only doing 1 free question per person today. However, if you have not asked your question, make sure you post it. When this timer goes off, we will be moving on to donations. And what I'm offering today is for $15, you'll get up to 2 questions. You'll get 10 cards total, but you also get a guaranteed win of something in this mystery box. The mystery prizes up for grabs are adding charms to your question, adding paper messages to your question, an extra free yes or no, a 5-card reading, a 3-card oracle pull, a past, present, future, love, or general. It's up to you. And also in here is another 10-card reading up for grabs. That's the big prize. So you guys get first shot. Whoever donates first, it goes in order. So if you donate first, you get to pick first. You're welcome, Promise. You're welcome, Miriam. So, Adiba, I am getting a no for you, okay? The moon in reverse talks about needing to release fear, needing to subside your anxiety, get to the truth. You could feel you don't deserve anything coming your way, and if that's the case, then that may be something you want to work on. This is all temporary. You can choose a different path. I am getting a no, Kayla. I'm getting a no for you. They could be thinking about you, but I don't necessarily see them wanting to necessarily return or anything like that. Jennifer, hey, how are you? Thank you for the donation. Did you have one or two questions for me? With the $15, you get 10 cards. You can ask up to 2 questions. Let me know if you have one or two. I'm doing really good. I'm just really tired. Oh my gosh. I'm having a really hard time this week with feeling rested. I hope that it subsides at some point because this is just like a little too much for me. All right, so Jennifer wants to use all 10 cards for one question. And then also you get to pick a mystery prize. I think you've done this before, but if not, just let me know which column and which row. So for example, this would be B2, this would be B4, this would be C4, C5, A5, so on and so forth. So just let me know which mystery prize is calling to you, and then we will see what you won. All right, so you would like to do A2. Let's see what A2 says. Add paper messages to your question. So that's these. There's over 100 different messages in here. And we will pull some keywords and just see what information we can get associated with your question. No one gets the same prize twice. And we already have, oh, yay! That's what you wanted. That's awesome. That's so awesome. No, Becca, you have 33 seconds. Get your question in, hurry. General between JT and you. I'm so glad you got what you wanted. That makes me so happy. Free list is ending in 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. All right, let's do Becca's. We'll do Becca's for her. And then we're going to move on to donations. Becca says, will I have a good day? Please show me a yes or a no. Will Becca have a good day? I am getting a yes. Strength. Leo vibes. Congratulations on having a good day. All right. You need some strength, girl. Me too. I need energy, actually. That's what I need. But if I try to drink caffeine this late in the day, I will never go to bed. And I've been just trying to get back on a better sleep schedule. You were feeling sick? Damn. All right. So Jennifer says a general between JT and I. General between JT and Jennifer, please. General between JT and Jennifer. Okay, so I see an imbalance in the daily habits. So what that's telling me is that you could be feeling some inconsistency within your connection. Like things don't feel necessarily like you wake up, you text each other, you talk to each other throughout the day, you can expect to hear from them before you go to bed, like that kind of thing. It feels like maybe some things are kind of getting in the way of that consistency, or I don't know. Yeah, there's just some kind of imbalance here when it comes to maybe your day-to-day. I feel like he's the one that makes you happy. I feel like does he feel the same way? Does he feel the same way? It almost seems like you or him this connection serves to be something like it makes things harder, like it's added stress or added responsibility, or I don't want to say you guys are a burden to each other, but to someone here, it seems like it's a lot of work and maybe you're biting off more than you can chew. And maybe you have a lack of vision for the future or lack of focus for where this can go. I see someone here being a little bit distant with the other person. Maybe like being more, like not as warm, not as caring, a little bit cold or something like that. I don't know. There's just something here where it's like you guys are feeling kind of like at a distance from each other. You do have the Nine of Cups in the center of the reading, so I do feel like you're like a wish to them, they're a wish to you, something along those lines. But wishes are things that we don't have. Wishes are things that haven't come true for us yet. So it's making me feel like maybe you guys feel like each other is just out of reach. Being shown the Three of Swords here, which shows that you guys have a history with one another, and more than likely a history of hurting each other's feelings. I see sexual attraction. I think that if we moved forward, it would be being intimate with each other. I don't know. There's like some indication here that either you or him have kind of like given up on this a little bit. Like, I don't necessarily see like a really strong future. At the bottom of the deck, we have the Page of Swords, which can speak about delays and needing to have patience. I hate that expression, have patience, because like no one wants to hear that. But this could talk about things just taking a while to actually happen between you guys. The upside down smiley face, no. Yeah, something is weird here. I don't know exactly what this energy is. It's making me like feel a little bit uneasy. Like almost like you don't know what he wants, he doesn't know what you want, or he might know what you want, but he doesn't know how to fulfill that. But there's like a level, I guess what I'm sensing is like awkwardness. It's like confused awkwardness. It's like things, like I just don't think you guys are vibing right now. There's not like a flow to your conversation. There's not a flow to when you interact with each other. It's like a lot of uncertainty, questioning. And it could be because there's a lot of added pressure now on the connection, where maybe in the past you guys were able to have good conversation, good banter, but that's because there wasn't any pressure on the relationship. But now it seems like, I'm so sorry. Now it seems like there's added pressure. So now we're all thinking too much. We're overthinking. We're making things really complicated. There is the anxiety card here with the Nine of Swords. Do you feel like you're in a place of unhappiness or a breaking point? Like, do you feel like you're getting to the point where it's like do or die, where you're like, I can't keep waiting around anymore? Is that what I'm tapping in with you? You think it's him? Oh, I see. Yeah, because someone's feeling that way. Okay. Yeah, because he's not feeling very open. Like his energy is very closed off at this time. This instability that I was sensing in the beginning of the reading could definitely be his life, his day-to-day life, feeling a bit detached, a bit in over his head, maybe. There shows here the Ten of Wands surrounding the relationship is that someone's feeling overburdened or overloaded, with a lot of responsibilities and things that they have to try to work through. Yeah, so I mean, that's where the energy is at this time. I just don't see a strong future with what I'm pulling here, but let's get some paper messages and see if there's any additional detail word messages that we can get from this here. Okay, so the first thing out is anxiety. Let's see. JT and Jennifer, please. Okay, so the fact that sexy and open is near each other, it's making me feel like he's open to a sexual connection with you. Like he's open to a friends with Ben situation. So we have lack and self-esteem next to each other and unsure. So he could be feeling lack of confidence. And as I was talking about uncertainty, let me see if I can move the camera down a little bit so you can see what I'm talking about. Nope. Oh, that's as far as it's gonna go. Okay, so I'll put these up here. And then down here, you also have sever. So I do feel like he's breaking ties. The celebrate kind of coming in upside down is making me feel like he doesn't feel very hopeful. Like there's not really much to celebrate or be excited about at this time. Reckless desire and sexy open. Those are funny words to put together, but reckless desire and sexy open makes me feel like he's willing to risk it all to have sex with you. And that he's very open to a sexual connection, but it seems like that's the extent of it. He does great, just like breathed all over these and they all flew all over the place. I'm a little confuzzled about country. I'm not sure what that's supposed to mean, but maybe it means something to you. Sometimes when I see country, it can mean like foreign. It could be just a confirmation that we're talking about who your person is, like living within the same country. Sometimes it can mean being at a distance from one another. It could mean country music. It can mean like literally being in the country, like cowboy stuff. Let me see if I can pull on country. Why is country here? Why is country here? Maybe he's planning on moving to a different place. Like he's planning on moving somewhere else. Travel, moving abroad, foreign land. Sarah, thank you so much for the donation. I'll be right with you, okay? Yeah, country didn't really resonate with me too much. I'm not sure what to take from that, but hopefully it does resonate with you in some way. So that is what I've got for you. I also just saw the word saw, which I didn't realize was there before. So a lot of times this could be seeing you out in public, watching your social media, trying to be a part of your life maybe at a distance. You're welcome, Jennifer. You do live further away. Okay. Yeah, sometimes like when I see country and then the three of wands talking about travel, that could be getting in the way of your connection as well too. If you are living at a distance, it could mean that traveling back and forth in transportation is a big, like a hot topic in your connection with one another. You're welcome, Jennifer. Thank you for the donation. All right, so let's confirm Sarah really quickly. If you guys donate, please do let me know. I've said it a couple of times, but sometimes my phone doesn't always notify me. All right, so Sarah, I see your donation. Now, did you donate for 1 or 2 questions? You get 10 cards total, and you can ask up to 2 questions for your donation. What would you like to do? Okay, so Sarah would like to ask 2 questions. And then Sarah, you can also choose a mystery box. Every single box has a prize in it, so it's a guaranteed win. There's a couple different options in here. If you're interested in what prizes you have up for grabs, you can check the description. But all I need you to do is tell me what row and column is calling to you. So for example, this would be A1, this would be B3, this would be C5. So just let me know what row and what column. And we will see what you won. For those of you who are just now joining, if you can throw up a like on this live stream, that would be great. The more attention and more views I get on these live streams, the more they share me out. So if you can do that, that would be really awesome. And then there was one other thing. Oh yeah, so if you're a new subscriber to me today, I will answer a yes or no question for you for free. So make sure that if you are new here, you say hello and you let me know you're new. I do have a running list, so I know people who are playing me, but if you are new, I will answer your question as a thank you for subscribing. All right, so B1 for Sarah. Thank you. Actually, I got this for free. There was one of my neighbors put on our group for our neighborhood that they were just giving this away, and I think it was a jewelry box or like a trinket box. But I was like, this is just way too damn cute. So I'm going to go pick it up, and I don't know what I'm going to use it for yet, but I'm going to get it. And this is what I decided to use it for now. All right, so you get an extra 5-card reading, girl. 5-card reading. So what this means is that I can add 5 cards to either of your readings, or you can get an additional reading and I'll pull 5 cards. So additional question and I'll pull 5 cards. So basically what you donated for, I'm doing 2 questions. So I'm doing 5 for one question, 5 for another, and then you could ask a third question and do 5 for that one. Or if out of the 2 questions that you have, you want to add cards to that, I can do that. Just let me know what you want to do. But congratulations, 5-card reading is always fun, especially if you have a third question or if you want me to elaborate on either of your questions that you currently have. Okay, so we're going to do 3 questions total for Sarah. So Sarah, go ahead and list your questions for me and we'll get started. Okay, how does my child's father see Aries feel about me? So whenever we get, I'm gonna give you these two cards. They fell out at the same time. Whenever we get the Hierophant, it's like it's not necessarily Emperor. Like, oh fuck, the Emperor's right here. Damn, that's crazy. Okay, I'm going along with what my intuition was telling me. He wants you guys to be a family. The Emperor specifically is like the father figure, right? But the Hierophant to me is like a family card. It's meaning like I want to do things that's traditionally acceptable. So if he fathers your child, he thinks that it's like almost like old-fashioned way of thinking that you guys should be together because of it. What's interesting too is that I peeked and saw the Queen of Cups here. Whoa! Oh my god, my camera. Sorry guys, my camera's being crazy. Hopefully I can get it to chill out. It's doing crazy shit. This could mean that he feels like you're his perfect match because the King of Cups is also here. So it's like the Queen and King of Cups. But maybe he feels like you don't consider him to be your perfect match or something. He does have a bit of anxiety when it comes to expressing his feelings and his emotions. Like he's not very good at it. He might tell you he's not really good with his words. He doesn't know how to like articulate how he feels, what he's thinking. The center of the reading shows that he's in denial about his feelings for you. I think he doesn't necessarily feel as mature as he would like to be. He's giving off wanting to secure a relationship with you. Like when I see the word mature on this card, it's making me feel like he wants you guys to grow old together. Like not mature, like someone is immature versus being mature, but like maturing together. He's curious about you, but he's a bit in denial about his feelings. He's gonna try to act probably like things aren't bothering him, even if they are. It's not necessarily showing love feelings. That's the one thing I'd be a little concerned about if I were you. Is that it's almost like he feels like you guys need to be together due to the circumstances, not necessarily because you would be together otherwise. Yeah, so I don't know, this is interesting energy. He feels like you guys should be committed because it's the right thing to do. King of Pentacles is like, does things the right way. So for instance, a while ago, it was appropriate or deemed appropriate socially that if you got someone pregnant that you marry them. But that's kind of like his mindset is like, traditionally speaking, you and I should be together. Even though if that's not the healthiest for you, it's what he feels is the right thing. Yeah, that's fine. That's okay. As long as you're not doing it to spy, then I don't mind asking third-party questions. Because, like, for instance, if you're asking a third-party question because you want to make the best decision for yourself, then that's fine with me. But if you're just doing it just because you want to be nosy, that doesn't sit well with me. But yeah, I'll answer a question like that. That's fine. What would you like to know? I can imagine dating is tough these days. You should go on one of those like dating live streams on TikTok. Those are always fun. I was thinking about doing that like once a week or something like that over here on YouTube. I think it would be fun. Just to kind of shake things up a little bit. But I think I have mostly female following. So I think it would be difficult to match you up with men if that's what you were interested in. Yeah, definitely check it out. There's a couple different ones. The one that I really like, his name is Ryan Gray. He grew in the last month. I think he has like 80,000 followers. He grew really fast in a short amount of time. So, what specifically would you like to ask for the second question? Yeah, you don't want to be in a throuple. I feel you. So guys, really quick while I have a second, today is a mystery box live tarot stream. Every donation includes a mystery prize. To be a part of it, you donate $15. What you can get with that is 10 cards and you can ask up to 2 questions. Plus, you get to choose your mystery box and redeem a guaranteed prize during this live stream. If you have any questions about what prizes are up for grabs, you can read the description of this video. And once you donate, please let me know so I can add you to our list. Okay. I want to see Aries energy towards Crystal. She was the other woman. See Aries energy towards Crystal. Okay, so I feel like there's a lot of like secrecy when it comes to this connection. I feel like they don't fully trust each other either. Maybe he feels they're better off as friends. I don't know. The teamwork friend card is here. The 3 of Pentacles. Now, this does mean that he feels like they would get on well as friends or like as co-parents. Like she would be a good stepmom. Or if she even has her own kids, that they would be able to do well together. But it looks like more like a mutually beneficial relationship that's like dependent on what each other can get out of the connection versus something that he would actually seek out for himself. I think he's a little bit confused about what he wants in general. Sorry, my voice is like fucking crazy today. I've been taking allergy medication, but it's not working that well. Oh shit, she ended up pregnant. They ended up together. I know it sounds crazy, but I may be moving back to where he is. I was devastated at that time. I moved back to Cali after with my baby. Okay, so they do have a kid together. Okay, because it was like something here. It was like co-parenting, and I couldn't figure out whose kid. So I feel like he feels like they have a good co-parenting relationship. But I don't feel like there's trust there for a love connection. I think that either they went into this relationship in secrecy and hiding and cheating and scheming and backstabbing, and therefore they didn't build this on the proper foundation. So that way there's no trust there. or they could just have kind of cheated on each other or done kind of like shady things to one another. But regardless, there's not trust in this connection. It would just be based on a mutually beneficial relationship. Like, you scratch my back, I scratch yours. I don't feel like there are love feelings here either. I think he is confused about what he wants. I think he's confused about even if he wants a relationship. He seems stressed a bit, I would say. Yeah, he's trying to figure out right now. He's trying to go within and figure out right now what it is that he wants from this. He's trying to tap into that further inner knowing. Yeah. Honestly, like, his confusion is enough for me to say, hey, keep your distance, because you don't want to put yourself in a position like that again either. You know what I mean? Like, is it his dream to be a family again? For sure. But, like, if he does have a kid with someone else, it can make it more complicated because he's always going to be tied to that other person no matter what. And so you always have to have that in your face all the time about his betrayal from a long time ago. It's like, if you decide to get back with him, then that means she's always going to be in your life. And so you constantly have to deal with that every day for the rest of however long you guys spend together. Damn, I am really like sorry that happened. That's a shitty situation. What can I answer for you next, Sarah? It was wild. That's congratulations. You just graduated, registered nurse, and feel good about yourself. That's what's up. Putting yourself through school with a kid and doing it alone. That's awesome. Congratulations. I know. It's like a conundrum, right? Because, like, you're damned if you do, damned if you don't. But the right person will come along and accept you and your kid. Definitely do that dating show. Just see. And, you know, it doesn't mean that you have to, like, find somebody the first night that you do it. He's on like every night. I think tonight he gets on at 4 on TikTok. He goes live. So if it doesn't work out the first time, you could always try again. But it's really entertaining. It's a lot of fun. Yeah, but you also have to really be careful, Sarah, because like you said, the guys, if they know that you're a single mom, they'll prey on that. So you have to be really careful. So if someone's specifically looking for a single mom with a kid, that's kind of alarming to me, because that's almost like a wolf in a hen house. You got to be careful. Like, if someone is a little bit unsure about whether or not they could be a good father figure and partner to you, that's actually more of a green flag to me than someone who's like, oh yeah, I love kids, I can totally do that. You just got to be careful, vet the people. You can't trust anybody around your kid, you know, you can't just trust anyone. Hey Jennifer, you're back. Thank you for donating again. I'll be right with you, okay? Yeah, I've heard horrible stories. That's why I'm even giving see a chance that happens, or meet their family friend. Yeah, definitely so. Trust your gut on any of that. I know it's probably why it is easy to go back to thinking about giving him a chance, because you're like, it's his kid, you know? But again, I feel like you guys are both thinking in your mind what's good for your kid, or what's traditionally better. Than like taking a chance on something new, and that's not a reason to be with one another either, you know. What are the Taurus's feelings for Sarah, please? So, Sarah, he still has the door propped for you. He's got it propped open. The world in reverse makes me feel like there's unfinished business here between the two of you. The star next to that is making me feel like he still has hope for this connection. I feel like he would be open to exploring more with you. I'm getting again, like, and I think I did this last time, but I'm not sure. So if this is the same energy, just take it because that's confirmation. But I'm almost getting like he has more feelings for you than I think he thinks you have for him. And so there could be like this level of feeling like a last resort or like a second option, or he could feel like he's competing for your attention with other people. I mean, I see him. I don't know, just something here makes me feel like he does really like you. The Queen of Pentacles in the center of the reading is like the mother card. He was your ex, but your true love. He's in med school and met him before. See, military separate as distance can be hard. Oh, damn. Yeah, he's viewing you as like the mother, like the nurturer, the wife. Center of the reading. This does talk about separation, feeling like you're at a distance and like the world is against you as a couple and making it hard. The circumstances making it hard for you guys to be together. 5 of Pentacles. Struggle, hardship, bad luck. But I still think he'd be open. He doesn't feel like things are over yet. Yeah. So some mantras here is that he's feeling is what I've been working for is already done. So he feels like what he wants has already happened. Meaning that the person that he wants to be with, he already knows, that it's already in the works. And then we also have the universe shows me that I can have faith in my dreams. So again, I feel like he does have a lot of hope for this connection still, despite what you guys have been through. And also, how cute. If he's in med school and you're an RN, that is freaking adorable. You have some Grey's Anatomy shit going on up in here. Sounds good, Sarah. Thank you. All right, so let me update my list really quickly. Jennifer, for this round, did you have 1 question or 2 for me? That's good. We support each other a lot. Thank you. You're welcome. All right, 2 questions. So let's grab a mystery box for you. So these are the options we have left. Let me know what's calling to you. Sorry, I had to go turn on the heat. Well, it was on, but I had to turn it on higher. It's so cold in here. Okay, so A3. You have an Oracle 3-card pool. So this means that along with the readings that you have, I will pull an additional 3 Oracle cards for you. I have so many Oracle decks, it's insane. But I can pull like love messages for you. I can pull like messages from your spirit guides and angels. I can pull like life purpose if you want a little bit more insight on life purpose. I can pull for my energy oracle, but the energy oracle is very similar to tarot. So if you want something a little different, you might not want to go with that one. We also have the romance angels as usual. We have Moonology tarot deck. So we have like a bunch of different options depending on the question that you have for me. We can decide together what would be best for your situation. Again, this could also be a completely separate reading. You can ask a question and get it answered with Oracle. That's also an option for you. So you can do 3 questions total if you'd like, or you can add the Oracle cards to your reading. So Sarah, perfect. Sarah, did you have 1 or 2 questions for me for this next donation? Okay, so 2 questions, and then let me know which mystery box is calling to you for another chance at a mystery prize. A4. So Sarah's prize is add charms. Add charms to your question. So that's fine. These are all my charms. There's like a million in here. And I will read those for you. So those are always fun. So let's put charms. And Jennifer, when you're ready, you can post your question. Congratulations, guys. Those are fun prizes. Okay, so what is coming towards you? Any oracle, whatever pulls you. Okay, so for what is coming towards you, I think the abundance deck would be really good. So we'll do the abundance deck for you. What's coming towards Jennifer, please? She wants to know what is coming towards her. I feel like that was upright. We're just gonna roll with it. We'll see how the rest of the reading goes. Holy fuck, marriage. Okay, so it definitely feels like you got some money coming to you, honey. Like a financial opportunity for you here. So just be prepared. You could be getting deposits into your account. Checks could be coming your way. Like unexpected refunds, reimbursements. Sometimes I know like health insurance companies or car insurance companies, if they charge you too much throughout the year, they'll cut you a check sometimes. So unexpected windfall of abundance is also here. Let's see. What is coming towards Jennifer, please? We have clearing debts. We have successful funding. Holy fuck. Okay. So that's like the main thing here is financial opportunities. And you also have sever vows of poverty. Okay, so you definitely have money coming to you. That's fucking crazy. All right here. So I'm getting that you'll be removing heavy burdens of financial and also emotional debts from your life. You'll feel lighter, freer. Let's see. You'll probably be making plans to clear like certain obligations that you have, certain debts that you have to avoid future ones. So you might be making like a budget plan or downloading like a budget app where you can get rid of things too that you no longer need. Like you can clear away, like what is it? Subscriptions. That's what I was trying to say. Subscriptions, things that you pay for that you don't really need to do anymore. You probably will be like cutting up credit cards so that way you like don't miss out on the credit opportunity, but maybe you don't use your credit cards anymore. Also additional funding could be coming in as well because we have successful funding here. So it looks like there's kind of a certain reality that you want, and Spirit is saying not to allow money concerns prevent you from being able to do that. You have financial opportunities and other investment options available to you as well. Severing vows of poverty is a really big thing because if you're in a mindset where you feel like you aren't like good enough or you are undeserving of money, then you're going to live a life where you don't ever have money. So if you sever vows of poverty, that will make it so that way things are more clear to come to you a lot quicker. So it's saying that you'll be holding the intention of undoing any vows of poverty or self-denial that you have made in this lifetime or any other lifetime. And as you do, all of these vows will be undone for everyone involved in all directions of time. So if you can sever the vow of poverty in this life, then all future generations will be free of that as well. So this is like a really big thing here about understanding what it is that you deserve and really believing that you deserve more than what you have. It's kind of reminding me too of like the living prayer card. Whenever I saw the living prayer card, it always made me feel like you just have to act as if you already have these things. But something really powerful that I learned later on is that all of our ancestors before us, specifically our feminine ancestors, they prayed to have the life that you have right now. Like they prayed to have the rights that, I mean, honestly, we have a long way to go, let's be real. But the flexibility, freedom, and abilities that you have now, they prayed for it. So you are your ancestors' living prayer. You are the prayer that they prayed for, and you are currently living the life that they wish they were able to live. And I think that's really beautiful. So specifically talking about severing vows of poverty, it makes me feel like you're freeing them, and then also you're freeing any future generations to come as well. Lots of money coming in. You have independent wealth here with the 9 of Pentacles. Like, I don't need a man, I can do this on my own kind of energy. Now, another thing I will say is I do want to point to the 10 of Cups card because, really quickly, this is talking about stressful decisions that you might have to make coming up. Just be prepared for that. I don't know if that has to do with like choosing between two people or this could have to do with like your finances possibly, but some stressful decision making. But let's focus on the 10 of cup cards, because this means that everything's in alignment for you. Everything is in harmony, in balance. And I find a lot of times when I'm coming into another alignment, I call it another alignment because it happens like once a year for me. I will have like an insane amount of synchronicities in my life where like I'll make pancakes for breakfast and then the show I'm watching, they're making pancakes. Or I will say something like, yeah, that's fucking crazy. And then the show I'm watching, and then the very next second says, yeah, that's fucking crazy. Like, I mean, it's weird how like you talk about one thing and then suddenly it's being presented to you in your real life. And it really shows how powerful your words are, because I can literally say something and then see it happen, unfold on a TV show or a movie or in someone's life that's like that I'm hanging out with that day or something like that. So just be very mindful of like what you're speaking, what you're saying, because you're actually making it happen. So don't say that you don't deserve X, Y, and Z. You deserve it all, and then you can bring it closer. But the reason I mentioned that was because when you start having these synchronicities, when you start seeing repeating numbers, yeah, exactly. When you start, the big one is it's not just repeating numbers. That's a big one for sure. But, oh, for example, yesterday, I went to the store with my fiance. Our receipts totaled the exact same number. Actually, I want to show you because it's fucking crazy. Hold on. So we'll move on to your next question in a second. But let me tell you, we went to the store and we had completely different totals. But we went to a place called Food Lion to go grocery shopping. We started off with completely different totals. We used our MVP card and somehow we ended up with the same exact balance. It's crazy. So his total was like $80 something and mine was like 74, and then somehow they both ended up $71.58. Tell me that's not the craziest thing. $71.58. $71.58. Like, that to me is crazy. So that's what I mean by these synchronicities that are coming in. Is it's like you speak it and then you'll see it and it will happen. So pay attention to numbers, pay attention to actions, pay attention to words, because you create your reality, babe. All right, so what is your next question? And the reason I pointed that out to you is because I am going through an alignment right now where like everything I say is happening. It's nuts. It's really weird. It's really weird. And I point it out now to Brennan every single time it happens, because he's like, oh, okay, sure, whatever you say, babe. But I'm like, no, I'm going to point it out to you now every single time so you can see like this isn't in my head. This is actually happening. Okay, so yes, be more mindful. Be more mindful. You got it. Okay, what are Manuel's next actions towards Jennifer, please? Oh dear. Oh my God, I don't like these cards. I feel like he's gonna keep quiet. Are you guys in a relationship? What's the status? Because I feel like he's kind of keeping quiet right now. The Tower is a bit concerning, I'm not gonna lie. Especially the Three of Swords as well, being the center of the reading. But again, this is the beginning half of your reading. This is the second half. So it could mean that we're working towards better times for you guys. And this is something you've already experienced together. Your friends at work. Okay, so with the Tower, it's making me feel like there was sudden confusion, sudden revelations, sudden unexpected connections that were formed. It's almost like maybe you're meeting one another through like a wrench in all of his plans, and his whole world just kind of blew up. That could be an interpretation of that. But he does feel like he has a choice to make with the Two of Wands. Should he stay? Should he go? Should he approach you? Should he pursue you? Should he not? But I do feel like he is a bit tormented about this decision. The Three of Swords here in the center of the reading. He just wants things to be easy. He may also run from his problems, and he may try to avoid you, because I have the Four of Swords here. The communication is good, and I feel fire. Is he the one that's management? Is he the one that's kind of like there's a situation going on where he's not a peer, right? Like he's not like a coworker on your level. Is he like management or your management? Okay, got you. So yeah, he definitely wants things to be easy. I think he is worried about what other people think about the situation, because we do have the Six of Pentacles. This depicts a man and two people where he's kind of giving to each person equally. So he's trying not to show favoritism. So don't be surprised if he starts retreating just a little bit, and you guys don't communicate as much anymore, because he is feeling a bit tortured by this decision that he feels he has to make, whether he pursues you or not. Yeah, so he could go into a place of like being more quiet or more solitary. So if that happens, don't stress about it. It's just his way of like navigating through his feelings and figuring out what he wants to do. So if he starts going more hermit mode, if you notice that he's not engaging as much with you anymore, this is just his process, and it's the way that he's going to think through these things. So yeah, I would say it could stay how it is, or you could notice him kind of pulling away a little bit. But that doesn't mean he's not any less interested in you than he is now. It's just he's trying to think through these two paths and figure out what the best way forward is going to be. Okay, perfect. I see you said, yep, you're right. Okay, perfect. So That is what I have for you, Jennifer. Thank you so much for your other donation. I hope you've enjoyed your readings with me today. So it's 3-card oracle pool. So it's with one question. It's like 3 oracle pools, 3 cards total. Yeah, you're welcome. So next up we have Sarah. Sarah is doing 2 questions in charms. So Sarah, let me know what your questions are and which question you would like me to add the charms to. Jennifer, thank you again. I hope you have a great rest of your day. For those of you who are just hanging out, if you don't mind, if you haven't already, make sure you like this stream. The more interaction I get, more engagement I get, the more it helps the algorithm. So if you guys wouldn't mind doing that, that would be really awesome. Really quickly, just so you guys know what we're doing today, it's a $15 per donation. And what you get with that is 10 cards for $15. You can ask up to 2 questions. And then you also get a mystery prize box added into your reading. It's a guaranteed win. So those are a lot of fun. And you will actually be next. If you wanted to donate, you would be next because I'm working on Sarah and she's the last one on my list as of right now. Vetus is in the house. Hey Vetus, how are you? So Sarah, I don't think I got your first question. I see question number 2. What kind of life does B want for us together? But what's your first question? Did I miss it? Oh, okay. So this is your first question. Okay. We're just friends now. So what kind of life does B Taurus want for us? They're just friends. Vetus, I'm glad you're doing well. What kind of life does B Taurus want for him and Sarah? Oh shit. Girl, this might be your man. You might have to go and get him. So I feel like he wants a long, happy life with you, actually. I'm going to give you these 2 cards here too because they came out. He wants it all. It seems like he wants all of it with you. So the 4 of Wands means taking the next step in commitment. It can also signify marriage and having a happy home and domestic life with one another. Happy families, coming home. It's interesting how it says coming home too, because like, didn't you say he's in the military or something? It's like him wanting to reunite with you is like a big thing. And I feel like there's a lot of cards indicating patience here, like him just kind of waiting for his time with you, like just biding his time until you guys can be together. I feel like he is at peace with the way the connection is right now. I don't necessarily feel like he's pining after you like every day and like he's hurting or anything like that. But I do feel like he is excited for what could happen. And maybe whenever he finds out like you're not in a relationship with someone or you're not involved with someone, that makes him happy. Because I do feel like he feels like you guys are soulmates, that you guys are in each other's life for a reason. Um, he feels like if you guys came back together that you could just pick up where you left off and nothing would be weird. And the temperance card also means like not only does he have patience for this connection, but he wants it to like last a long time. Like he wants it to be kind of long term is what I'm getting here. He definitely allows space. He thinks through things logically, but it doesn't mean that he lacks any passion for you or any desire for this connection. He's thinking about you and him together like positively. Like you guys have a lot of fun together. He feels supported by you. He feels respected by you. I think honestly he'd like to give you another kid if he could. He, despite any obstacles or fear, he will persevere. He will be reliable. He will be trustworthy. He will be hardworking and devoted and dedicated to this connection, it feels. I think he'll do these things to get back to you too. He's willing to make it work. I feel like he feels like you guys are also really good friends too. But he wants everything. Like, he wants it all. So sorry, I don't mean to yawn. That's so rude. I just can't help myself. Yeah, girl. He wants it all. Did you want charms with this reading or with your next one? He puts you on a pedestal. Yeah. I snapped on him a few times, but I'm glad he knows it's not truly who I am. Like I've been through some things. I appreciate that. Yeah. Yeah, he's nothing if patient is what I would say. He's the kind of person that would like wait for you to be ready and just hope that he hasn't met someone before you guys can have a chance to come back together. But he would be willing. Like I don't think that he gives people the time of day unless they, like he probably compares a lot of people to you and how you make him feel. And if that person doesn't come close, then he probably doesn't even entertain it. All right, so we'll do charms with this one. Venus, thank you for the donation. I'll add you to the list in just a second. You will be next. Yeah, it seems like you guys have been through a lot together too. Like almost like this is a long time coming for things to just be right. You guys have gone through so many experiences, it feels like, where it's like it just was hard. It was hard to make things work sometimes. And it's like every time you guys come together or talk to each other or whatever, it's like it's still not the right time or it's still not the right circumstances. I hate saying not the right time, but not the right circumstances. And it's like you guys are just waiting for a time where you guys are both in the same place at the same time. This ring keeps trying to, so we're going to go with it. I feel like he wants to commit to you. So you have the little love token. That's pretty self-explanatory. For some reason, I'm also getting like a charm or charming. Like there could be some kind of token that you gave to him or he gave to you that you guys like hope will remind them of the other kind of thing. But it's also showing that you have this type of charm and this type of influence on him that he hasn't really been able to, like, what is the word? Shake. He hasn't been able to shake. I do think he thinks you guys would be good friends in general. Like I said, he's at peace. He's at peace with how things are right now, but he's keeping that door open. I think his ultimate goal. Oh my gosh, there's 2 love tokens here. It's like you guys each have each other's hearts. That's so cute. There's a lot of romance. I think he would be a good dad. Interestingly enough, we have the seahorse here. As we know, the seahorse, the males carry the babies. Like they're the ones that carry them like a pregnancy. He's definitely heart chakra centered when it comes to your connection. The green leaf to me means the heart chakra, so he has his heart open to you. This can indicate being at a distance. It's the little ship wheel, but it also reminds me of Wheel of Fortune, like everything happening in divine timing. Yeah, he's daddy energy for sure, for sure. He definitely has these 2 coming out together here means that he has extreme sexual attraction to you. That's fine. Focus on your careers, you know what I mean? So you also have Saturn. I think Saturn rules responsibilities. What does Saturn rule? Try to find my little, oh fuck. Excuse me while I reorganize my life over here. I want to know the planets more, but I don't know all of them. But yeah, Saturn is responsibility and discipline and structure. And so that being over here is making me feel like you guys definitely put your responsibilities as more of a priority than you do the connection itself. Or that you could feel like your responsibilities kind of get in the way of this connection. So that would make a lot of sense. You have 2 things indicating sailing. So overseas, is that my understanding? I know you guys are at a distance, but are you overseas? Distance between each other? Like, are you here in Europe or here in Asia or something? Or is it like, because I'm not getting south. I'm not getting like North America, South America. But regardless, you do have travel here indicated. There's romance, there's sexual chemistry, there's love, there's attraction, there's commitment. It's all good things. The 2 charms, yeah. And they were right next to each other. I was like, there's no lying here. I feel like almost too, like you guys, it's interesting because it's like you guys can never get enough of each other. The little pig here to me is indicating that you guys might feel like a hunger for one another or like a craving where you feel like time is just never enough. But it also indicates the desire that you have for wanting your daily needs to be met and ideally with each other. I think you both have what it takes to make this connection. You have the Magician here at the bottom of the deck. Underneath the Ace of Wands. So you guys both have the ingredients to make that recipe. So yeah, that's what I'm getting for you, Sarah. Okay, and then what is your second question that I can answer, please? We are both in the US, but we both met in Germany and travels a lot together. Oh, okay. So that could be like common interests, common things that you guys have in common. However it resonates for you, take it. I'm over here just speculating and saying what I'm seeing, but that would make a lot of sense because I had mentioned something about US and overseas like Europe. So that makes, yeah. You traveled a lot together. That's so fun. All right, so Spirit, can you please tell me, how does he view Sarah, please? How does he view Sarah? How does he view Sarah? Okay, so first of all, he thinks you are a honorable person. He admires you. He feels like you are someone that he could trust and that you are generally honest and you believe in doing what's fair and what's right. You are really good at being like a mediator, so to speak. Like, you're really good at seeing the good in other people. Now that could be to your own detriment because you could just want to make other people happy where you're not making yourself happy. So he could be viewing you as someone who tends to give other people what they want without saying what it is that you actually really want. So he probably hopes that you'll stand up for yourself at some point and find your voice, which I think you're definitely doing. Not that he's viewing you as like a pushover or a doormat or anything like that. I'm just saying that he sees your potential for greatness and he wants you to understand what it is that you deserve to have and find your voice and not just give in to what other people want. He feels like you're someone who is solid, stable, reliable, dependable. And that's really important in a relationship, to feel like someone is stable and honest and trustworthy. Those are like really big things for people. But he also is feeling like it's possible for you that while you've done so many things with your life, you've traveled, you've achieved so many great things, even if you had little resources to do these things, you've made these things happen. He feels probably like you can kind of get stuck in the past a little bit, rather than, like, I guess, expanding out into the future and trying new things or new people. Again, this is just his perspective. I think that maybe he feels like you give people too much of a chance or like you give people the benefit of the doubt so much that like you might betray your own feelings. Again, we're kind of going back to that where like he wants you to stand up for yourself, know what it is that you deserve, know that you're beautiful and that you should get everything that you want. You shouldn't have to sit here and settle for less, but you sometimes do, is kind of his mindset. He seems to know you pretty well. Again, like I said, this is his perspective, but the way he's coming across is that he knows you really well. And sometimes he wishes that you would see like what a rare treasure and beauty that you are, because a lot of times you can let other people take advantage of that. So he wants you to stand up for yourself more, is kind of what's coming through. I think that he's viewing your connection as it could go either way. And maybe he's viewing you as someone who says it can go either way, but he is hoping that it leans towards him. He feels like you guys have a good friendship with one another. I think that he would want to have more with you, but I think that he always feels like there's a third party hanging around and he doesn't know what to do about that. In third party, that could be a romantic connection, or that could be just your general responsibilities that you have. Because again, remember with the charms, it's like your responsibilities and your day-to-day life and your like like your responsibilities, you know what I'm saying? Like he feels like that always gets in the way a little bit of your connection. So the third party energy could be you know, your job. It could be another person that you're dating. It could be your child, because you have to put your child first before anything. So he's kind of feeling like there's always some other element that's like always there in the mix when it comes to the two of you. But again, he recognizes you. He, I guess, understands the connection. He is inspired by you. He admires you. He has hope for what could happen between the two of you. Yeah, he just feels like you're a really good person, and he just honestly, it's a very unconditional feeling. Like he wants what's best for you. He wants you to have what you deserve and what makes you happy, even if that doesn't mean it involves him necessarily. He just wants you to be happy. But it's a very selfless feelings that he has when it comes to you. Maybe he's thinking about how I'm with my son's father. Yeah, possibly. Yeah, he knows me very well. Thank you. I think I'm behind. No, you're totally good. You're totally fine. All right, so next up we have Vetus. Vetus, my dear, please let me know, do you have one question for me or do you have two? With the donation you made, you can ask up to 2 questions and it's 10 cards total. So let me know how you'd like to divvy that up. So Vetus has 1 question. And then you also get to choose your mystery box. So these are the options we have left. Let me know which one is calling to you. Sarah, thanks again for the second donation. I hope you have a great rest of your day. And I feel like you need to go get your man. You need to get your Taurus. I really like it. All right, so Vita says 5B. 5B. Damn, congratulations, Vetus. You got the big prize. You got a 10-card reading. So for your donation, you can ask another question and you can get another 10 card. So 2 10 cards for the price of 1. Congratulations. I wish I had a little like applause button I could push. That's awesome. That's the only one. That's the only one I have for a 10 card reading. And you got it, girl. Okay. So let me know what your question is. And then, well, actually, since you have 2 10 card readings, you can let me know what both of your questions are if you know what they are right now. Okay, so question number 1, what are Calvin's current feelings? For those of you who are just now joining us, we're doing a mystery tarot box reading where every donation includes a mystery prize and it's a guaranteed win. All you do is donate $15. You can ask up to 2 questions. You'll get 10 cards total. And then on top of that, you get to pick a mystery box, which includes an additional prize. Like I said before, it's a guaranteed win. See description for prize details, and then click the pinned comment to donate. You'll see my link tree there. If you donate, please do let me know so I can add you to my list. And also, if you're here hanging out and you have not liked the video, please like my live stream. That would be really helpful. The more engagement I get, the more they push me out. Okay, so if you just think on that second question. Another option that you have, if you want me to do 20 cards on Calvin's current feelings, like if you can't think of a second question, I can just add more cards. Okay, I guess those cards really wanted to come out. So we're gonna take them. What are Calvin's current feelings? Also, it's nice to see you guys on camera. I haven't been on camera in a while. So, but you can see how busy I am. I always have my nails painted, and I have not had a chance to do that. It's been nuts. I think after Vitas, I'm going to take a little break for lunch. We'll see. We'll see how I'm feeling. We'll see if anyone else comes in between now and then. Okay. Give me a second here while I tap into this. Okay. Give me 1 second. Okay, so Calvin is feeling a little less than hopeful. He feels a bit defeated, like things aren't ever going to change for him. It's almost like he's viewing his life that he's currently living and feeling like there's no end in sight. Like, not saying depressed, like he wants to kill himself or anything, but I'm just saying like he almost feels like he's made his bed and he's trying to accept the fact that the way things are in his life right now is something that he's going to have to live with for the rest of his life. And that's kind of daunting for him. But he feels like it's going to be really hard to change the way that things are. This could be him being in survival mode because he's not willing to put in the effort to make things change, because as we all know, we can literally wake up the next morning and have a different life. But he is putting these limitations on himself and these restrictions on himself, maybe because it's easier than being proactive and actually getting out of what's comfortable. So he's feeling a bit defeated. The Five of Swords here is making me feel like he's in a self-sabotage mode, like a self-sabotaging type of mode where, you know, maybe he did make up his mind. Maybe between now and the last reading we did for you, he was maybe working towards liberating himself from the chains that bind him, his mental chains. But it could seem like now he's kind of backtracking a little bit because he is feeling a bit overloaded. He's feeling a bit stressed. I do feel that he feels unappreciated in his current life. So, and I know this isn't specifically about you, but I think that it helps kind of give a backstory to where you can kind of understand what he's thinking and what he's going through, because this is what he wants me to share with you. But when all this is going on, I do feel like he has you there in the back of his mind, but he's just going through he's just focusing a lot on the negative right now. and it's making it hard for him to be hopeful for anything. So if you see the cards that I have in front of you here, I just want to like lay it out. So he feels deep sadness, loss, regret, remorse. He feels stressed. He feels burdened. He feels overwhelmed with what he has going on in life. He feels defeated. He feels like he needs to walk away from his plan, and he feels like things just aren't going the way that he would want it to go. Here, he has maybe mental health issues. The devil is all the things that like prevent you from being the best version of yourself. So like addiction, attachments, codependencies, obsessions, cheating, secrecy, things like of that. But generally, this again is giving in to the power of negative thinking versus thinking positively. I gotta plug my computer in soon. My battery's about to die. And this is him wanting to just stay with the same habits, the same structure, the same routine that he's been going in. So like you can already see just like the general vibe here is not very positive, and there's not like any like very love related things. There's not very many like emotional things. It's all just a lot of like dark cloud looming over him kind of vibes. That's up here at the top. I feel like he's just suffering the consequences of his choices with this card down here, and he's feeling like he has a lack of options. I feel like there is a naivety, ignorance, or even immaturity with the Knight of Wands. When it comes to his feelings for you, though, this is like, how do I say this? This is like the F-boy or like the player type of energy, the Knight of Wands, where there's a lot of lust for you and like wanting to have sex with you and wanting to be intimate with you in that way. Like you probably drive him really wild and crazy and like drive him mad with like lust for you, which is good to an extent because you definitely want someone to feel sexual chemistry. But with that card alone, with nothing else really around it, it is kind of showing me that it definitely is more sexually charged or physical at this time. I feel almost like he has a lack of foresight, a lack of direction. He feels like he's setting his own obstacles and saying that they're blocking him. He feels like a lot of things are out of his control right now. But I feel like I want to make it very clear to you, Vetus, this is all in his head. This is not literal obstacles. This isn't like he's waiting on the state to approve something, or he's waiting on the federal government to approve something and it's out of his control. Like this is in his mind. It's not like he's trying to travel abroad and he's waiting for his visa to clear. Like these are not things that are, he can't help. These are choices that he's made that he's suffering the consequences of. This is his inability to just go ahead and take charge of his life. This is him making excuses. This is him in his own head, feeling like he can't live a different life that he wants to live. The Five of Cups coming up above the Page of Cups is making me feel like he has a lack of faith, maybe, or believing in what's possible, or believing in the impossible. He does feel like he has a psychic connection to you. That I am seeing. I do feel like he has really good memories, and he's could be using those memories to dissociate. A lot of times when we dissociate, it means that we're trying to get out of our current reality that we're experiencing and get into like the fantasy worlds. And that's the Page of Cups here next to the Seven of Cups is making me feel like he could be dissociating. He could be just daydreaming a lot and detaching himself from reality. And I think that he's focusing on the memories of the two of you together when he does that. Give me a second. I'm trying to see if I'm getting anything else from this. So a couple of things is that in your actual reading, it seems almost like his crown chakra and his heart chakra is closed off to the connection. So while he feels psychically bound to you, I do feel like he's trying to ignore that side of him, and he is trying to also ignore his heart chakra centered feelings for you, which means he's trying to ignore his feelings that he has for you. He's could be in denial. And also it looks like his sacral chakra is a bit blocked off to you as well, which has to do with him exploring the sexual feelings that he has for you. He could feel this overwhelming lust, but he's trying to shut that down and not think about those things. Yeah, so that is what I'm getting. Vetus, would you like me to expand on this? Would you like me to pull more cards for this question? I could pull like Oracle. If you don't have a second question and you want me to just keep going with this, I could pull like some Oracle cards or something and see if there's anything else that comes through. But you technically have another 10 card reading. So just let me know how you would like me to go about doing that. I noticed that there's no Mercury in your reading, and so there's a lack of mental clarity and communication between the two of you. Okay, so we'll keep going. Give me 1 second. Sorry, my sister called, and I just want to make sure everything is okay. All right. So let's see. What are Calvin's current feelings? What are Calvin's current feelings? What do I want to use? Let's get some emotions. He's trying to block his emotions, but let's see his emotions. What are Calvin's current feelings for Vita's? Calvin's. So he has doubt, forgiveness. What are Calvin's current feelings? Interesting. Success. Discipline. So what I'm getting from this is that he has been focusing a lot on the past between the two of you, especially because I have the Return to One's Roots card with the Six of Cups. And he's trying to forgive himself. There's a lot of denial in this reading, but the one thing is that he is focusing a lot on the past and the good memories that you guys have together. But I think that he has some regret about how he went about these things. And I think he's working through processing forgiving himself, because he does feel responsible for where you guys are at this point. And so I think it's a really big thing that if he is working through things, that he's absolving himself from any guilt he may feel due to like how things turned out or how things ended up between the two of you. So he is trying to, while he goes back into the past, forgive things, or he may even try to like rewrite the history between the two of you, because again, like I said, there's a lot of denial. So sometimes I think that they said that if you have an experience with someone and then when you think about that memory, it's not an accurate representation of what actually happened. And the more that you think about that same memory over and over and over and over, it gets further and further away from what actually happened, because your brain is making you remember it a certain way every single time. And it's like some type of psychology. So it's almost like as he remembers these things, he's trying to rewrite the story. He might be doing things in these memories or remembering certain things that didn't actually happen, as a way to kind of let go or forgive or make himself feel better about the situation. That's an interesting message. Thank you, Spirit. He feels like he needs to release the need to know everything, because I feel like doubt is like a big uncertainty in general, but also like having a negative feeling. Like, it's interesting that doubt and success are both here because they're like almost opposites. If you doubt a certain situation, it means that you do not believe in it and you don't believe it's going to happen. But where you have success is that you believe in something, you believe it's going to happen. So this could show some type of imbalance within himself, or wishy-washy mentality, or him feeling like one way one day and then another day in a completely different way. And I feel like his inconsistency and his instability in his own feelings is working against him, because now I feel like he's having a hard time even understanding what's real. I think in his mind, he could very well say to himself that the reason that you reach out to him and connect with him is just because you're a caring friend, because you just care about him as a person. He could actually make something up in his mind to believe that like you're truly just reaching out to him for any other reason besides generally wanting to be with him. And so he could be thinking in his mind that he's losing it, that he's crazy, that you don't feel the feelings that you're feeling. It's actually just kind of nuts the way that, and I'm noticing like these cards almost be like a spiral. I don't know if you noticed, but they're all circles. Like some cards are squares. Some cards, the pictures are depicted as squares, but every single thing is a circle. So it almost seems like he feels one way and then changes his mind, and then he feels a different way and then he changes his mind. And it's like almost like a hypnotizing thing, or like a spiral mentality where he kind of like, how do I word this? He like digs himself a grave, basically. He like, and so far deep that he can't find his way out anymore. He like goes round and round and round with himself and rethinks and thinks again and questions, and this is a lot. Okay, let me pull like 6 more cards for you. I'm just trying to get some more insight here. What are Calvin's current feelings for Vetus, please? Okay, so again, remember when I said you guys are psychically connected? He feels almost like you're someone who is supposed to lead him on his path. Like he's looking at you as like a lighthouse, like a north node, like a northern star, like someone who's supposed to help him achieve what he's supposed to achieve in this life. He's looking at you as an actual spirit guide. So whenever he makes decisions or he thinks of things, he thinks, is this best for my highest self? Would Vetus, he like compares his life to what you would think was best for him. Like you impact him, your thoughts, your opinions on things impact him. So he almost uses the thoughts of you and your connection as like a sounding board. He views you as someone who's teaching him a lot in this life, a lot of lessons in this life. What are Calvin's feelings, please? So I kind of heard she's better off without me. Like that's kind of a message that came through, which is really interesting because I'm looking at this card here, and this is a person who clearly looks pregnant, but she's on her own. She's on her own boat. She's traveling. She's doing what she needs to do. She's independent, right? Then here we have empowerment as well, and it's looking like this is supposed to represent you, someone who is confident, someone who is empowered, someone who is able to handle things on their own, live the life that they want. Like, and when I saw these 2 cards, like I kind of heard she's better off without me. Like she does just fine. She's good on her own. She doesn't need me to come in here and screw things up. He's feeling a lack of self-esteem right now. Oh my God. And a lack of healing. What are Calvin's feelings for Vetus, please? Answers. I feel like he almost feels like you are too wise, too smart, too cultured, too whatever these good words are, to be interested in him. There's almost like a lack of, it's like he feels like you're too good for him or something, but not in the typical sense. It's like he feels like you're just far more spiritually enlightened and far more capable. But again, I want to bring it back to the original reading that we did, is that he has these thoughts of denial. He has these self-sabotaging tendencies. So I'm giving you a little bit of insight into his mind, but it's like he thinks these things and then he goes, well, I want to be with her. And then he goes, but she's better off without me, and then talks himself out of it. So I hope that I'm making sense with that, is that this doesn't mean this is how it is. This is just how he copes and how he handles things. And the stories that he tells himself is, I'm not good enough. I haven't fully healed. She's better off without me. This is the story that he says to himself. That you are the wise person. You are the wise leader. You have managed and can manage on your own. It's really interesting, Vetus, because I feel like he's such a hard nut to crack. Like, I'll do a reading for you, and I'm so excited because I'm like, oh my God, he's got it. Eureka, he's got it. He is doing the damn thing. He is working towards her. And I get so excited for you because I a lot of times will sense like him coming around to it, coming around to the like willingness to communicate with you. And I will tell you sometimes, but other times I'll just feel it. But spirit literally shuts me up sometimes. Like if I go to say something to you, spirit will be like, that's actually not something you're supposed to say. And I'll stumble over my words, or I'll just feel completely like I can't talk. And a lot of times when I feel like he's coming around, I go to tell you, and spirit's like, no, don't tell her that because he's probably going to change his mind. And it's just a really unfortunate thing because it's hard to gauge your own decisions on someone who is not very consistent, I guess is the word. So Vetus, let me know if you have any questions about that reading. So I was called to read from the guidebook for this card right here of answers. And it says, you already know the answers to your questions, so why do you pursue the opinions of others? It's time to trust as you journey to the dark chambers within and boldly ask for the truth to be revealed to you. As the answers shine forth, you'll find all the advice and knowledge that you need at this time. There's no need to seek the approval of anyone else or for the answers, because those are all around you. So keep a keen lookout for signs and signals from the natural and mystical world as messages appear to you through cloud formations, falling feathers, and the dream time. So Spirit is saying you can get information from everyday life, answers for what you're looking for, answers from your dreams. And be open to receiving esoteric information. Perfect. I'm so glad. I know sometimes when people aren't talking during the readings, it's because they're just trying to digest the information. But then I'm also like, am I making sense? Like, is this accurate? Is this correct information? So thank you. Thank you for that feedback. I am glad that everything made sense. So what I'm going to do, guys, is I'm going to take a break for lunch. But I'm actually going to go ahead and sign off since no one is waiting in the queue, and then I'll come back because I think that would be easier. And plus it will push out another notification, and people don't have to wait around to see when I'm going to be back and all that jazz. So with that being said, it will be a continued live mystery box reading when I come back, when you guys see me again. But I am going to go ahead and sign off for now, and I'll see you guys in a bit.